Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Trunkhead with Trunkhead Gaming. Today is the preview for Reikland Season 14. We finally made it to Tier 2. Yay. Time made it to Tier 2, and part of our argument going through for being stuck in Tier 3 is that our TV was too high, and we're getting wizarded every time, and it was frustrating. But once we get to Tier 3, well, man, that's all going to change. And we're going to be the same TV as everybody, and things are going to go great, and so now we are in tier 2, and here we are, and we're the highest TV. And we're going to give up Wizards every fucking game. So there it is. We're going to do a quick, hopefully like 20-minute-ish preview of the teams and who we think they're going to promote, stay, or demote. We're not going to do who's going to play in which place. Like, I'm not going to try and be like, this guy's going to finish third. What I'm going to say is there's 3 promotion spots. I'm going to tell you who I think those 3 are. There's 3 people who stay in Division 2. I'm going to tell you who I think those 3 teams are. And then there's 4 teams that demote back down to Tier 2. Or Tier 3, excuse me. And I'm going to tell you who I think those 4 teams are. And then I will say who I think is going to win the overall division. We're going to go through real quick. There are 3 elves. There's Ty's Elven Union, and there's Ilgast's High Elves, who stayed in Tier 2 last season. They stayed in Reikland. And then there is Nutty Professor's Inferno Milky Way, who we, of course, lost to last season. So there's 3 elves. And then there's Travel Scrabble's Vampires, which are basically Strength 4 elves. So there's 4. I'm gonna lump him into an agility team. So there's 4 agility teams. What there isn't actually is a lot of claw, which is unusual for Reikland for a tier 2 division. When teams are getting really high up, there's usually a lot of claw teams. The other tier 2 Nordland is full of claw. It's lousy with it. But this one only has 4 teams with claw that have access to claw. There's Jalil's Chaos Dwarf, so he's got 1 claw, but he's a bit away from getting Mighty Blow with it. And then there's Helgen, and then there's Darth Hideous with their Necro squads who need doubles for claws, just like Jalil does. And then there's me, and that's it. So there's only 4 claw teams, which is kind of unusual. So we're going to say we have 4 agility teams in Nutty Professor, Travel Scrabble, Ties, and Ilgoth. We have 2 hybrid teams, because we have 2 Necro, who we know is strong at any level. And then we basically have 3 Bash murder teams, which are 3 Bash teams, 3 control teams. Sorry, control teams. Chaos Dwarfs, Khemri, and Undead. Who has ever seen 1930 Undead? Our old nemesis Larkstar there. And then 1 murder team. Murder/control hybrid team, which is me. So I think it's going to be an interesting dynamic. Let's go through the 4 teams we think we're going to promote, and in no particular order, we will start with Ilgast's High Elves. Ilgast's High Elves are 1720. They stayed here as a bold prediction since they stayed here from last season. But this season, I think the lack of claw actually works against him because there's more control teams and there's a lot of Mighty Blow, which really is bad for elves because people aren't wasting their TV on claw. And he doesn't have that much dodge. He's only got 3 dodge pieces. He is really fast. He's got a move 8 blitzer, he's got a move 8 lineman, and he's got a move 9 catcher. So he's got a lot of move ups. He's got 2 guard, which is unusual. But I just don't think as of right now, the way the team is, he has the skills to stick around. I think he's going to get bashed pretty hard. 17-20, he's actually my very first opponent. I think his lack of dodge is really going to affect him in a division where it's a lot of control teams. A lot of control teams and hybrid teams and elf teams where he's going to need his maneuverability, and that's what makes him go. But he is fast, and he managed to stay in Reikland last season, so you can't discount the coach. He's a good coach. I think he's got an uphill battle. Star player on this one, I mean, this guy's all right. He's just, I don't know that I don't like to spend, me personally, on my elf lineman. I don't put move boosts on linemen, just because I think it's a waste. I'd rather have him one of these move 7 guys. This guy's a nice piece, though, because he's basically a blitzer now. Except for he's expensive. This guy has a potential to be good. I guess this is the star right here. You know, move 8 blodger with tackle. Although he's got a move 5 thrower with guard. So we'll say that this is the star. This is the star in waiting. But he's got 17-20, so he's probably gonna get some inducements every game. On the next demotion squad, I'm gonna go with On the Howl with Darth Hideous. Now I don't know how many games has he played. So he's played a couple seasons with this team. I think he just lost his wolf, and he's got like 2. Basically, he's got a rookie white and basically a fresh white. He doesn't have a lot. I'm feeling like he might have taken some losses right before he promoted. Like he got up and he cruised to the spot. Like I don't know his story. But I feel like he took a lot of losses. His team isn't super developed. It's the lowest TV. I'm a big fan of Necro. I know nothing about Darth Hideous as a coach. I just don't think this team is developed enough to really survive in this tier where there's some super developed teams. He is going to get a lot of inducements, but I'm not a like I've seen Necro teams use their inducements fair. You know, they can get the count if it's super high enough. They can get the Wolf, Wilhelm Chaney. Wizards are okay. He does have the Claw, Mighty Blow, Wolf. I am not a fan of Claw, Mighty Blow, Wolves that also have agility. I realize that there's no other option. If you take agility when it comes up because it's an agility access piece, that's great. And then you have to take Mighty Blow when it comes up. But it kind of makes this a weird piece. But you can see that this one guy does everything. He's almost a legend, right? Like he carries it. This is the hard carry of the team. I don't know if there's enough supporting cast around him to survive. Clearly, White Fang took it. So I think he's probably gonna go back down to tier 2 or tier 3 to do some development. I have Nutty Professor who beat us last season. So this is kind of a tongue-in-cheek, like this guy beat you. How are you gonna say he's going back down? Well, I just this is a tough spot for Elves. He does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tackle, blodge, excuse me, which I can tell you caused me all sorts of problems. As a Dark Elf coach, I know that my biggest issue are against control teams, and there are 3 of them in this division. And then there's the other Elf team that we haven't gotten to yet. Ties, I think he's a really amazing coach. I feel like this is going to be tough. This strip ball might win him some games. He's going to get some inducements, 1860, so he's right about the average for the team. This blitzer, Lord Galaxy, is awesome, but it looks like he is suffering from a niggle. Yeah. So let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's exactly 11. He's got no bench. He's only got 2 rerolls. Does have a leader. Leader with wrestle. Ooh, that's a weird combination. A leader with wrestle. That guy goes to the ground. He's going to get stepped on in this division. There's a ton of foulers and foul-heavy coaches. Whew. We'll say the star player is probably this Witch Elf. The AG5 Witch Elves are always awesome. Weird that he didn't go leap after he got his AG5. He went diving tackle. I mean, he's got side blodge step. I mean, leap with the fucking Juggernaut is so good. I am really surprised he didn't go leap there. This piece is awesome. This piece is awesome. It's another agility Mighty Blow piece. These 2 guys are going to cause all kinds of problems. He's a good coach. He beat me pretty easily. He had the wizard in hand. And this guy's a superstar in waiting. He needs dodge wicked bad. Yeah, this is his squad, but I just compared to the other teams, I think he might have a little bit tough. He doesn't have a bench, and his star players are a little unfocused. And like I said, this diving tackle means he's going to end up on the ground more often than he should. This guy's got a niggle. He's got agility and Mighty Blow. Like there's just weird. I don't think it's as efficient as it could be, and that's not through his fault his own. Like you take agility and it comes up, and you take Mighty Blow and it comes up. But you could like for this one, he doesn't have Mighty Blow on the team, but he could have taken guard right here, be able to put guard wherever you want, and then leap. Like leap guard is great. So anyway, the no bench I think is what really is going to get him. It's going to be tough. And the last team I think that's going to demote is unfortunately Roll Like an Egyptian for Deathwind. And I don't really have a good excuse. Once you get to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think they're all pretty close. So this is, he could easily stay, and I would be wrong, but not really because these teams are all really fucking close. He is a Camry team. He's a control team. He only has 2 tackle, and a team with a division as much agility as we have. That might be an issue. This guy could roll tackle if he wants. He's got a pending level. There's a couple pending levels, and I imagine a lot of them will be tackle considering how many agility teams are in this division. This guy looks like he's got an AV bus. This is his star strength 6 guy. But there isn't really anybody to hurt him too much. And this guy looks like he's got a niggle. So his 2 best Tomb Guardians are kind of susceptible to being hit. They both got block. This guy's strength 6, but he's got an armor bust, and this guy's got a niggle. So those guys are susceptible to being knocked down a little bit. He does have 2 dirty players, but not much of a bench. He does have a bank, so he can pick up much of a bench. I guess it's a Camry team, right? Camry team are super one-dimensional. They pick up the ball and they go down and throw. This is a really great thrower. I love this guy, the strength 4 dude. I don't know what he could go tackle, but since he's a thrower, I don't know. Maybe he goes fend. Fend would be good. I don't know what else he could do there. He could even drop a reroll and pick up leader because this guy's so good. And if it's a double, of course, he takes dodge. He can take break tackle. Break tackle would be awesome here. Oh, he doesn't have strength access. So anyway, and then this is his big killer. Is Palm, and the agility is really nice for this because he gets to jump up on a 2+ as opposed to a 3+. So clearly he jumps a lot with this guy. This guy has probably caused a lot of casualties. If I had to guess, 25 casualties inflicted, and killed 4 people. So this guy is nasty. But it's a Camry team. They're kind of one-dimensional. He's going to have control team issues. He's going to have elf team issues, what I really think. But if the Mighty Blow triggers, he'll be good, man. He'll be good. So it's possible that he stays, but right now I have him in the demotion. And then we're going to go to the 3 teams that I think will stay. We're going to start with Helgen Soul Music, who recently got promoted to an administrator. Congratulations, man. You can see his team is a little more developed than the other Necro team. 1810, this is what Necro should look like at this tier. 1800 is about perfect for Necro. I think this is where they really shine. He does have the obligatory Claw Mighty Blow Wolf with Blodge Step and Tackle. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Tackle. I think he's going to do really well with that. And then he's got doing jump up on the white. I am not a fan of taking jump up on whites before they get, or any piece, before it gets piling on. I think it just ends up being a wasted skill. So he's 16 points away from actually being able to use that jump up to really great effect. But anyway, there it is. The wolves are good. The whites are good. The flesh golems are both really good. This guy's Blodge Firm guard. This thing's sick. This thing's good. Travel Scrabble get to be. You can see he's a streaming fan. Andy Davo, Zunk. People do that a lot. Luke Thywalker, I think used to belong to somebody else, I believe. I don't know. Anyway, Mr. Bones, Warm Body, Overtime Pay. I love this Necro team, man. It's designed well. It's got 4. I think the tackle is probably 1 more tackle than you need. But he's got 4 guard. He's got Blodge Firm. He's got good doubles. He's got Claw. This is a really, really solid Necro team, man. They're gonna cause a lot of noise. I would not be surprised to see them promote. In fact, when it gets to the promote team, I'll tell you who I think they could maybe clip. So, but right now I have them in staying. Ties is he's an AG7 or AVA7P team in a are super bashy, super lot of Mighty Blow division. The coach is so good though, and he knows when to run away, when to hide. There's not a lot of tackle in the division, as much as there should be for as many elves as there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blodgers. Well, this guy doesn't have blodger. He just has dodge. And this guy's a Roger, as they call him. But this is a pretty good elf team. I played him last season. We ended up drawing. He knows he's gonna get some wizards. He's got 3 AG5 pieces, which is just disgusting. It's really nasty. I focus really hard on them myself. The problem when you have 3 AG5 pieces is you're really trying hard to level them all at the same time. This guy's AG6. This guy I don't think is long for the world because he's only armor 6. Yeah, he's gonna have a tough time. But you don't fire an AG5. You kind of see what happens with him. I don't know what he'll go next. He's only a touchdown away. Looks like his most developed catcher is hurt. Is it just MNG? Yep. So he's out for his first game. He's got some status things, but the coach is really excellent. He can do a lot with a little. He was the one of the winners of the BigCrunch2 ticket, the BB Tactics ticket to the World Cup, and played really well, man. He got to I think the round of 16, and I think he should have won that game. He was playing Amazons then. He actually beat me in the World Cup qualifier in the final game. He got a blitz with his Amazons and just based me up and guarded me, and I couldn't do anything about it. Which is unfortunate, but I think I had a good plan to win that game. I'm kind of disappointed. We played last season. Our 2 teams played last season, and I got a draw. He scored really easy on me and then stopped me when I tried to score back, and then just kind of started to stay out of my way as I tried to kill him. So the final team that I think will stay in Tier 2 Reikland will be my squad, the Jar of Flies. And the reason I think that, even though I think they're super developed, is A, only have 2 tackle, and there's a lot of agility teams. Plus, my tackle does not have Mighty Blow. It's not the traditional Mighty Blow, Claw, Palm, Pestigores that you see throughout every Nurgle team ever. I've gone a different route. I want to dominate the line of scrimmage, which is a really good plan and has worked for me, except for now I'm in a division that's super agility, and they're just going to run around them. A part of the reason I think that I'm going to struggle is the agility teams will get me. And the other thing is my TV is so high, I'm still giving up a wizard almost every game. So the team is good enough to win me some games. The wizard's going to cost me some games. I'm going to get a lot of ties again. And I think it's going to be another development team and hope for a better draw next season. So it's going to be a fight for me to stay in the division. But the team is really strong. I got 3 Claw, Mighty Blow. Which, I mean, I pretty much, and then I got 5 guard or 4 guard, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 1 pending level. So, I have the pieces. People love this guy. I stay away. He's agility 4 leap, Rackle. He's a really great sacker. I have another agility 4 ball carrier. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy yet. But I can usually just stand in the middle and kill stuff because I have a lot of guard and I got a lot of Claw Mighty Blow, so I usually dominate the line of scrimmage. But I don't know that that's going to be super useful in about half the matchups in this season. So, I think I'm going to win some, lose some. I think the Wizards are going to cost me some games and cost me some wins. So I think I'm going to stay right where I'm at. For my first team, I'm thinking it's going to promote in the 3 promotion spots. I have Lark Stars pushing up Swayze, former Altdorf coach. There's a lot of former Altdorf coaches in this league. A lot. The coaching in this league, in this division, is just through the roof. It's one of the toughest divisions I think I've ever seen. Anyway, this is one of them, former Larkstar, the current owner of Best in Race with Dwarfs. He is playing, pushing up Swayze's Undead team. You never see Undead 1930, but look at this team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 Mighty Blow with 5 guard. Like, that is pretty disgusting. Black Dog clearly does most of the work. He has both Piling on and Juggernaut. I wonder why you would go. I mean, Juggernaut, I love the Juggernaut skill. And he's got, what's this thing called? Dauntless. Like, this is a pretty nasty killer piece. He's got the guy to step on you. His zombies are a little more developed than I prefer, but you can see his team hasn't taken a lot of damage, and I don't think it's going to take a lot of damage this season. There's not a lot of claw teams out there. There's pretty much just mine and Helgen's that are gonna really challenge him. So I think he's gonna bully people around. I think he's gonna hurt a lot of people. He's got an AV bust and a white here. The guy to look out here, and this guy's awesome, this Black Dog, but this guy right here throwing bombs in the middle of the beast. Strength, he's strength 6 with block and guard, and he's only a Kaz away. Like, both these guys will be bigger soon. Hopefully by the time, unfortunately by the time I get to them, he's got guard zombies. He's got a Mighty Blow tackle zombie, which who fucking seen that? He really wants that to be a Pomsy, I think he calls it. So he's hoping he gets doubles. So it's nasty. It's going to hit super hard. And he's got 3 tackle pieces for all the elves. He's fast enough with his AG4 Leap White Ghoul, which is great. This is cool. I've seen this before. Frenzy, Mighty Blow. Like he's clearly a murder team. He's got bad intentions. He's got murder in his heart, and that's how he wins games. Is if he removes you, he wins. If he doesn't remove you, he probably loses. He is pretty high up. He's going to give up some wizards, but with ghouls, I think Undead can do pretty well versus wizards. They can usually recover the ball pretty well. So I think I think this is his season to go up. I know it's pretty frustrated the team. And then the final. Well, I got one more. 2 more. With Nail and Sons, I think Travis Scrabble's Vampire Squad is probably going to promote. I think this is a really well-built vampire team. I love vampire teams. He's got he's got 5 vampires. Like, this guy is in progress. My only concern is that his TV is so high because he has 3 strength ups on Thralls. I don't know how long AV7 strength 4 Thralls are going to survive in this environment. There's like Deathwind's team is going to hurt him. My team's going to hurt him. Travel Scrabble, Jaleel, who we have not gotten to. There's a couple. There's just I don't know that all 3 of these survive, but these vampires, you can see they've put in a lot of work. This guy is on his way to legend. Move 7. He's got 2 move 7 vampires, which means he can 1 turn. He's got the guy to throw him the ball. It's a really well built vampire team, and I think Travel Scrabble's an excellent coach. So I see him doing really well against the other elves. He only has 2 tackles, but I think that's probably not going to be too long before he gets another one. He's got a diving tackle right here, which is weird. He went diving tackle before tackle. But once this guy, he's got stand firm, right? So as soon as he gets tackled, he's going to be like, Mark him, get off me. Dare you. I like this squad. I really do. I think it's vampire squads create a lot of problems for people because people don't play them that often, and the Hypnotic Gaze really screws with people. He's only got 5 vampires, and this guy, like I said, this guy's in progress, so he's got enough Hypnotic Gaze. He is, like, I am worried about his TV a little bit, but I think the coach is good enough, and the team is, in this division, the way the division broke out, I think he's going to promote. I think it's a good-looking team for this particular division. I would just get some more tackle if I were him. This is clearly the star, Uncle Monty. This is the guy to look out. With Nail is the main dude. He's got AG5, but the team's named after him. I don't know where With Nail and Sons comes from. It must be like a comic book or some kind of TV show or something. So there it is. And then the team I think is going to win the whole shebang is Bull Metal Jacket. Jaleel, amazing coach, playing a mouth breather race. There's no more point and click win race than Chaos Dwarfs. He claims he's a Dark Elf coach, but I've only ever seen him play Chaos Dwarfs. Every league I've seen him play, he plays Chaos Dwarfs. So we'll take his word that he is a Dark Elf coach at heart, but he's playing probably the easiest race in the game to play, and he plays them very, 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 very effectively. I think all this tackle, of course, is going to do him super, super well in a division with 4 agility teams and the 2 hybrid teams. I think he's got, 2, 4, 6, 8 guard, so he's got the most guard in the division. He might have close to the most. He's right in there with the Mighty Blow conversation. He's an excellent coach. He's got this Blodge, Bull Centaur. Um, the team is just well built. The coach is really strong. The only thing he's missing is a Claw Mighty Blow piece. This is the only guy who's close. He just has an MNG. He has Claw, but he's still 15 away. It's not super easy for Chaos Dwarfs to get to Mighty Blow. It's harder to get Claw first. Especially since he got it as a second skill, so he's got a long way to go before he gets the Mighty Blow, and especially because he's going to be blitzing with these guys, these two Palm guys. This guy's closer to rolling his next level than this guy is, so um, excellent coach playing a super easy team. Um, he's not going to have much challenges in this division. Like, he's good against dwarves, he's good against control teams, he's good against elves. I think this is going to be your winner. So, but I have him in my promotion. So just to recap, my 3 promotion teams are Jaleel, who I think is going to win, with Nail and Sons, which is kind of my dark horse, but I really feel that Travel Scrabble's a great coach and he's got a good team. And then pushing up Swayze's. So I think this team, so Undead, these two, all the bad guys, I like the bad guys. I think of the 3 guys that go up, I think Jar of Flies are a good guy they're rooting for, and Ties and Helgen's solo music are going to stay right where they're at, and then everybody else going down. Ilgoth, Dark Thidius, Deathwind, and Nutty Professor. My first game is going to be this Friday against Ilgoth. He's going to get I'm going to be giving the Wizards all fucking season, so we'll see how that goes. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. If it's different at the end of the season, that is not my fault. Regor's the admin, so we have one of the best admins in the division. He's our guy, and yeah, it's gonna be good, man. He's got to do predictions, and I know he's just gonna piggyback off mine instead of doing his own work. That is the plan. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do have a game later today. It's Clan, and that'll be about 11 o'clock, 11:30 my time, which is like 19:30, I think. Thank you so much for watching. See ya!